let's get to our predictions. So I will start, and I'll make a prediction about the rotation to start things off.
Okay.
And my prediction about the rotation is that Jacob deGrom will pitch 130 innings and be in the conversation until the end of the season for Cy Young.
Okay, I like that. I kind of on a New Year's resolution thing for Jacob deGrom, make 20 to 25 starts.
Yeah.
That's probably about the same ballpark innings-wise. If he does that, the Rangers are in great shape. If they can get 50 starts from him and Eovaldi, man, you're one and you're two. That's you're gonna like your chances in those games. So now a prediction about the rotation. I've seen a lot of questions about the 6-man rotation, which we'll get to in the next segment. But I think that the 5th starter will be Cody Bradford.
Yeah. I like that. I really do. A local kid. We really like him. And there is going to be serious competition for that 5th spot, right? There are a lot of arms, and that's a good problem to have. That said, what we've always noted about Cody Bradford, who's, a 92, 93 guy, like
Tops.
He's not this big overpowering guy, but man, he's a bulldog.
Right.
And bulldogs, you put your money on bulldogs, and you go, that guy, and I, by the way, I was a Brighton Bulldog, Michigan, my high school mascot bulldog. Yeah. Don't fight with the Bulldogs. But anyway, and my son has a bulldog. So, but anyway, I agree with you. I like that, and he's got that mentality, and a quiet guy, but a real nice young man, and
super prepared.
Yeah, very prepared.
Always prepared.
Yeah, really root for him. I like that one a lot. Okay, so my prediction for the batting order, the lineup, will be that Marcus Semien will have a huge bounce-back year batting in the 5-hole.
Ooh.
How about that?
That's strong.
Yeah.
5-hole strong.
Yeah.
I like it. He is a candidate to have a bounce-back year, first of all, no matter where he ends up batting. My prediction is that the 2025 Texas Rangers will lead the league in home runs.
I like that one.
I think they've addressed their power needs in Berger and Jock Peterson. And so I think, you're going to have Corey Seager. Garcia can't be any worse. Got to be better. You're catching. You're going to get more production out of the catcher spot. So and Josh Young in theory is going to be healthy. So you're going to get more. There's just a lot of home runs that they left on the table last year. And I think they have a chance to lead the league in home runs. Yeah,
and again, many of the home runs that were left on the table last year, I think, were a result of the fact that they were just there are guys who apparently, and sadly for Nathaniel Lowe, it's led to his exit from here, but they weren't ever able to figure out, hitting the velocity, hitting a fastball, right? And it's interesting because when you talk to players from forever in history, the former players that I've worked with, the sort of the standard line of why a guy didn't quite make it in the major leagues. The standard line has always been couldn't hit the curveball.
Right.
Right. I mean, that's the one that's hard to hit, the curveball. But here were, several Rangers last year who, not just last year, in previous years, have struggled with velo, right? Struggled hitting the fastball. Well, the Rangers have addressed that in such a major way because there's nothing that Jock Peterson does to right-handed pitchers except just mash their fastballs, and it's the same with Jake Berger from the other side. So I think they've addressed that beautifully from both sides of the plate.
Agreed. And then that's another example of these targeted moves that these guys make. That they identify their needs, who can fill them, how they can pull it off. And with Berger, it was a trade, and with Peterson, it was with dollars.
Yeah. All right. Now we do a prediction for the bullpen, and my prediction for the bullpen is that at the end of the season in 2025, the same man who was the closer for the final game of the 2023 season will be the closer.
Oh.
Josh Boers.
Oh, okay.
Just throwing it out there.
All right. Hey, that's a good one. I predict that the Rangers down the stretch, their bullpen, one of the key arms in it will be Emiliano Teodo.
Wow.
The young prospect who's a starting pitcher now, but his fastball slider combination could play in short stints or over multiple innings late. So I think that Teodo's going to have a big late role on this club.
All right, so then let's take it then to the next step, because the way you're describing it, it's like, okay, we need another guy with two really good pitches. Mm-hmm. Let's go with Teodo. Does he then remain a relief pitcher, or does he go back to, after helping the Rangers win the 2025 World Series, does he go back to his pedigree, which was being a starter?
Well, it has the makings of being a Neftali Feliz situation. Again, as things unfold over the first 4 months of the season, you're probably going to see maybe some injuries. And unfortunately, it's just part of the game. Somebody's going to stink it up who you're counting on, and so then teams adjust with their minor leaguers, with their prospects, and so all of a sudden you see a guy like Teodo. Oh, hey, he's been pitching 6 innings an outing. Oh my gosh, he's in the bullpen. What's happening here? They will try to fill needs. If they can't get the guy they need at the trade deadline, well, then there's Emiliano Teodo sitting right there. And I see Coop with Mark Church. Yeah, that's a good name.
Yeah,
I don't think Skylar Hales is quite there yet, but Church will make the opening day roster. I've been saying that since the end of the season. So anyway,
that's a good one, and he'd be another candidate to be that guy, right? To be that high leverage late inning guy, whether it was closer, whether it was an 8th inning guy, and that may be one of the reasons that the Rangers they've said from the beginning that their roster won't be set. Chris Young has said this on multiple occasions. It won't be set on April 1st.
Yeah.
And nobody expects it that it would be, but he's quick to reiterate that point.
Well, he's been through it. Played for a long time. He's seen a lot of baseball, and the roster changes. In a lot of cases, it changes the first week.
Sure.
For the Rangers last year, they had a catastrophic loss in the 4th game of the season that really changed everything. So, the 26 guys you open the season with aren't going to be there to end the year in a lot of cases. So, or throughout the year, a lot of them will be missing. So, that's why you need to have a good farm system. Why you need to build quality depth in the offseason with your minor league non-roster deals. And I think Chris Young knows that better than anybody.
So there's a few predictions for you. We would write them down, but we don't need to because Jeff has a photographic memory. So come October, we'll just say, Jeff, hey, what were our predictions again? And he'll remember them. At least we hope he will. And maybe he'll forget how wrong I was and just remember his predictions, which will probably come true, and that'd be just fine too. Thanks for joining the DLLS Rangers podcast. Be sure to like us, subscribe to us, and upgrade your subscription. Become a diehard today.
We all silly like the mayor.